you've ever worked in any field even remotely connected to music production, chances are you've seen the MDR-7506, or its cheaper cousin, the MDR-V6. These headphones are immensely popular amongst live sound guys, and sometimes even find themselves in some studios. We will try to find out if MDR-7506 deserve their fame, and how they have stood against the test of time. Pretty sure everyone who has listened to these headphones won't be surprised to see that their frequency response is rather top-heavy. Now, let's see why the MDR-7506 sounds like it does. First off, it's safe to say that this Sony headphone isn't known for its bass. The low end starts to roll off at 50 Hz, which doesn't mean that you'll be missing much of the music. However, for serious studio use, it is insufficient. High Thd doesn't help here. For most of the samples we measured, it peaks at significant 15% at 100 Hz. Your 808 kicktail will have possibly nice drive to it, but do not be fooled by it. It's the headphones that are giving those nice overtones, not the sample. We would recommend avoiding mixing bass with these headphones at all costs. 100 Hz to 2 kHz shows good linearity with minimum channel differences. This is the region where much of the musical information resides, so despite its other shortcomings, the MDR-7506 does much right. Usually, if your mids aren't right, then who cares about the rest? After 2 kHz is where the real trouble starts. Severe peaking starts in this region right up to 10 kHz, where a gradual peak up to 10 decibels makes these sound very harsh and at times sibilant. We can see this might be useful in live applications, like when you need to quickly check for some hissing or noise in some channels. Also, you will get extra lows and mids from the PA and room whilst wearing these. So for live applications, this peaking could actually make sense, but not for making critical mixing decisions. In studio environment, the high frequencies will be very disorienting. Most music simply sounds harsh on these cans. The hi-hats and cymbals will just be too much to bear. Also, the de-essing cannot be properly done, just like on the M50X. Your mixes most probably will sound quite dull on other systems. All in all, these would be rather good headphones if it wasn't for the overhyped highs. Interestingly enough, the very top end of the MDR-7506 is pretty tame. Now let's see what calibration can do for these headphones. Contrary to the fun-sounding Audio-Technica M50X, post-calibration to the MD-7506 becomes not only more precise, but also euphonic. You can actually enjoy listening to some tracks on it. Extra low bass extension will be gained by calibration. However, the performance ceiling is largely set by poor THD performance. Tonal richness caused by THD still persists. Therefore, bass mixing is problematic. The linearity increase in mids won't be easy to detect. However, stereo image will be more precise if individual calibration is used. This is where Sony really did it right, and SonarWorks plugin keeps those clean mids intact. Highs is where the most work will be done. SonarWorks plugin removes the AM radio tinny sound by completely removing the enormous peak at 2 kHz to 10 kHz. Hi-hat and cymbal tone is completely transformed. Well-recorded female vocals and many string overtones will sound much more natural. Hence, they can finally be mixed with confidence. The 11 kHz to 20 kHz dip is restored to neutral as well. Overtones and spatial cues can be easily heard, making the sound wider. Instruments are more easy to detect in phantom stereo image. This top octave might not be much in the big picture, but SonarWorks makes sure you can hear all of it. After analyzing these headphones, it's no surprise why the MDR-7506 is so loved by so many sound engineers. These headphones are clearly made for live sound and on-site recording work, as is evident by how rugged they are made. At the same time, we were pretty pretty underwhelmed how the MDR-7506 performed in studio, where a neutral sound signature is needed. Uncalibrated, these should not be used as a primary studio monitoring tool. Things do change for the better when SonarWorks calibration is used. The MDR-7506 completely changes its character and becomes a useful tool for mixing many types of music. Bass performance still suffers, and could be due to the respectable age of this headphone design. But all in all, the performance gain is tremendous. Calibration is a must for every MDR-7506 user if critical mixing work is planned with these headphones. Sony has done well with this headphone's ever-important mid-range, but we all know that the devil is in the details.